Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Viewcast. I'm Rose Collins, and you can see our wonderful guest, Matt Maxey, who is part of Definitely Dope. He's with his wonderful dog. Why don't you tell us about your dog, Matt?
One more time.
Tell us about your dog.
Well, this is the service dog in training. His name is Tank, now 4 months old, and love him.
It's so awesome. So he can start traveling with you.
Yes, I hope so. Probably within the next 1 year or 2 years, but definitely that's the goal to have him traveling everywhere before he's too big. He's
Beautiful.
80 pounds, and I'm trying to brace myself and get ready for. I can't hold you anymore.
That's awesome. Well, welcome, Tank, to the show. And Matt, we're so happy that you're joining us as a partner with The View to kind of get the word out to help the deaf and hard of hearing community. And, I work for The View. Yeah, you've done some beautiful work, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. So, first of all, you grew up with hearing aids,
Yeah.
starting at age 2. And how did that affect your ability to learn, Matt?
Really, I didn't know any different. I grew up more in a mainstream environment, and my mom did not let me view it as a disability. More so, a way to look at growing up and learning through a different perspective and fighting to understand what's going on. So I guess you could say with hearing aids then too, it started my fighting spirit from a young age.
Beautiful. Wow. And you attended, I think it's pronounced, is it Gallaudet University?
Yes, man.
And how did that change your life, or did it not change? How did that kind of affect your plan?
It changed everything. I spent so much of my life trying to fit in a culture that I realized was not always accommodating for me. And with Gallaudet, it showed me the other side of the fence. And that experience itself was eye opening into kind of figuring out my identity, who I want to be, and how do I want to impact different communities with the ability that I have. So even though I may not have enjoyed the experience, I'm forever thankful for the experience because it has led to this point.
Beautiful. Wow. So this university experience sounds like it kind of led you into the social media.
It pretty much led me into advocating for music in different communities. And I know my main thing when I went there, I never felt like I could fit in. And that actually ended up becoming a life purpose of trying to help others who felt same as me know that they do fit in with these cultures, this community. We're all accepting, we're all welcoming. You may not see it, but if you can see it through social media, we're here for you to help you through.
That is so cool. I know that you've like taken your wonderful talent and you've gone on stage with it, and you were at the Grammys.
Yeah, yeah, the Grammys were amazing. The Grammys were amazing. It's been incredible working with different companies from Airbnb, Salesforce. We just interpreted for Gwen Stefani, Black Eyed Peas. I can't even remember half of the things we've done because it feels like every month, every week is something new, something to write home about, and something that motivates me to keep going.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love that the deaf and hard of hearing community is getting so much more exposure, especially from the recent win of Coda. Can you talk about that? Was that like really big at the Grammys too?
That was actually the Oscars and not the Grammy. But Coda, don't tell anybody. I mean, we're telling everybody. I have not watched the movie. I have not had time to watch the movie. But what I will say is that with Coda winning such a big award, it does help for future inclusion and equity. Because at least now we see it and we honor it, we award it. the same should apply for the workspace, making it easier for the deaf and hard of hearing community to actually be able to sustain themselves financially.
Yes, yes. There's so many people that are out of work, and yet they could easily go out and hire a deaf or hard of hearing person, and just all they need is that small accommodation.
Right.
know?
So Coda kind of like help take away that fear of working with somebody deaf or hard of hearing. It kind of makes it more like, oh, okay, wait. If they can do all of this, learn sign language, communicate, make a movie, and win an Oscar, I can hire them. No problem. Win-win for everybody involved.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, your social media name is Definitely Dope. How did you come up with that? And what does it mean for your followers?
Really, it was just a spur of the moment. I was trying to rap back in my younger days. It did not go well. But I love to play with words. I love reading and I love playing with words. And someone once said that I was definitely no A, but definitely dope. And I thought about it. Listen, wait, what if we add the A for the culture, for the community? So that way it's DeafInitely, and that way people deaf or hard of hearing or hearing could actually feel like they could be a part of a brand that's more mainstream, hip, etc.
Right. And you've got a lot of brand stuff. You've got a lot of stuff on your e-commerce store. Tell us about that too.
Really, my store has definitely been just different kind of tank top, hoodies, hat, beanies, stickers, whatever you think of for the kids, for the young adults, for your grandparents. We wanted to make sure that nobody really got left out, and we love to see DD, definitely dope families, in play. We're now shipping one. One family had family of 7 people. They just got their shirts, and I'm looking forward to seeing. Woo! Definitely dope. So it's just trying to share that good vibe, good energy, that passion, that excitement for being an advocate and an ally.
That is beautiful. And now you're going to be partnering with our company, View,
Yeah.
and offering for the next, we're going to get started in mid-May, everybody, but you're going to get the chance to win a one-on-one personal class, a sign language class with Matt. So Matt, could tell us about that. What's that going to be like for the person who wins?
So with that class, which by the way is great to have all of you involved with the contest when we started, but that class would be 3 options. You can either do conversational, where you're questioned about the deaf culture. If you don't get off this table, buddy, hey, buddy, get down.
Behave yourself.
But the conversational will be more based on questions that people had about the deaf culture and community, but never had a chance to talk with someone deaf and learn in the process. Then we have another class that's more fun where you can actually bring one of your favorite songs and I'll help you learn how to interpret it in sign language. So whether it's Disney, whether it's a gospel song, whether it's hip hop, whether it's pop, bring your favorite song and we'll break it down, work through it, help make sure you got it, do it together, and then leave you with a new skill set, which I hope will motivate you to continue your sign language journey.
I love that. Oh my gosh. I want to do the song, I've Loved You for 1,000 Years. I love that song.
Well, I hope you win the class.
I'll just buy it. I can go on Airbnb experience and just buy it.
Come on through. Come on.
How do you come up with the content for all of your posts, Matt?
I just more. I feel like it just comes from a good place. I've always tried to operate with faith. I've always tried to operate with just good intentions, good, pure intentions. So it definitely affects people that same way. It always seems more whenever I meet somebody, wow, you're memorable. And I'm just not even trying to be somebody that I'm not. That's not the case at all. But When you're passionate about something you love, it's just automatic. You don't really think twice. You don't overanalyze it. You see that it worked for you. You see that you have support behind you, right or wrong, pass or fail. But it's just more of that lack of fear and more faith to just be as authentic as possible.
If you could offer advice to, like, you know, anybody watching today who's maybe been struggling, the last 2 years have not been fun for anybody. Can you talk about, just maybe some encouragement to people who have been struggling, and on top of that, they're deaf or hard of hearing, so that's an everyday struggle.
Never stoop down to the levels of the people that make you upset about life. A lot of times it feels like we get caught up in the storm of cancel culture, we get caught up in the storm of negativity, and it does require discipline and self encouragement to kind of just have a positive view, no matter how dark it may seem on the outside. It starts within you. So the more you convince yourself, tell yourself to be positive, the more that blessing and life will reward you for it.
Amen. Amen. That sounds like a wonderful um, a philosophy to make sure that as you give, it comes back to you.
Yes, very much so. Amen.
All right. Okay. Well, the last piece I guess I want to ask you, because I know your time is short with us, um, is there anything more you want to tell us, about maybe what's happening with your brand, or, things you've got, projects you've got coming up that you want to tell people about?
Well, I know definitely one that I'm working with is called Find the Show. And this is actually a documentary that I'm an executive producer with. But the documentary is based on accessibility in theater, concerts, and festivals. And just kind of highlighting the journey of the deaf and hard of hearing community as they fight for access at these events and explaining the ups and downs about it. So we're actually premiering at Harlem Film Festival on May 5th, as well as we just finished Athens, Ohio, and before that, Santa Fe, New Mexico. So it's definitely starting to pick up steam, just trying to advertise as much as possible. Other than that, I'm now just trying to recover from working the Grammys, festivals, Bitcoin, etc. It's been mind blowing, but once I sit down, hopefully I can discuss with the winner of the class what we'll be doing from this point going forward once I get there.
Man, that's beautiful. So you may be in other cities too. Would you be coming towards Buffalo at all, you think, or Rochester, or I don't know. Okay, well, we can hope. We can hope.
I actually am talking with Rochester Institute of Technology. So that one is still in progress, but I know my rule for visiting past up north is only from April to September. I'm not made for the cold.
I get it. I get it. Sometimes we're not made for the cold here on the East Coast.
We just went to Holy Cross in Mass, and that time was maybe 2 months ago. I felt like all my fingers were gonna freeze off. Just I can't find. It's how cold? 10 degrees? How do you live? I can't.
Well, I hope you do come up this way. We would love to be able to meet you in person. We are so thrilled to have you on board helping the View. And we just
Thank you.
want to bless you and wish you continued success with Definitely Dope. And we can't wait to hear more about your show as you move forward here. We're going to track everything you're doing on the social media. But if you want to ever come on board again, you just let us know, Matt.
I will for sure do that, and I'm looking forward to creating these pieces of content with view speech as well.
Well, thank you very much. And everybody, we're just going to thank Matt again. And we're just going to ask, if you want to like us or follow us, click on the link in our bio description off of our YouTube channel, and click a like and subscribe, and then you'll be in the know about what's happening not only with Matt but with the View as well. Everybody take care. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.